Boronine, Ojas and Gosbuma forgive Jesu. Maria Gaso,
Tonight's life is Babanshore, right?
Yabaranya, your own name, Ketukujaso, Ayo, Ana Yogi Uchuku, Kirime Basa, Nimogai, Carbonian Jabuteluzoma, where money will have rocket still money. Sister Fia Nubia, where Batano Stone and Beaten on we are, Stella Christi, Jimenai, Amen. Otito the Rena, Nawan, Namonso, Otito the Rena, Nawan, Namonso, Otito the Rena, Nawan, Namonso, Amen. Pablo Bindini Nequera no Galaga. Pablo Bifaz Rican and Lukwa. Amen.
Onye wanyi nọnyere m. Ka Chineke ji ike niile gọzie unu. Nna na nwa na mmụọ nsọ.
Amen. Ebela abịala ga-esite na nkwado ndị Love Bite Foods and Beverages Limited Nnobi. Ndị na-alụpụta Love Bite Bread nọ na nọmba 1 Nwotu Mmaduka Close, Umuru Nnobi, 081-49-82-82-54. Everyone at the FM, 24 hours of informative, educative, and entertainment programs. Can't stop, won't stop. On everyone at the 103.5 FM.
Listen to news updates everyone at the 103.5 FM immediately after Angelus 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Everyone at the FM breaks the news with actualities.
And believe that people are hoping for a new Nigeria.
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
Good evening and welcome to Abona, the 103.5 FM news update. Today, Friday, the 13th day of October 2023, and the time is 4 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Epanshuku Ekezie is my name. The headlines. Flood sweeps teenager in Anambra. Mba flags off construction of new Enugu City, 40-kilometer dual carriageway, 71 urban roads. Ebonyi Airport ready for air cargo operations. Aviation Commissioner. Flooding. Anambra 6 NEMA's assistance. Pleas for consumables. 104 students bag scholarship worth 100 million naira in Ebonyi. Israeli officials slams Trump over his criticisms of Netanyahu. Now, details. Flood sweeps teenager in Anambra. A yet to be identified girl has been reportedly swept away by flood in Oka, the Anambra state capital, following a downpour. The 13-year-old girl was attempting to rescue a wheelbarrow allegedly belonging to her guardian, who she assisted in selling food before she slipped her feet and was swept by the tide of the flood. An eyewitness told newsmen there were two girls, but one of them, who was the eldest, missed her step and fell into the drainage and was immediately swept away. People around the area rallied round and rescued the girl in a drainage down the road, but before then, she was already dead. The woman she was helping was wailing helplessly under the rain, and everybody pitied her. From what we gathered, she was not the mother of the girls. They were girls who were helping her in her shop. She kept lamenting, asking herself what story she would tell the parents of the child. It was such a horrible sight. Mba flags off construction of new Enugu City, 40-kilometer dual carriageway, 71 urban roads. It was a project galore Thursday as the governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, flagged off the construction of new Enugu City roads made up of 17-kilometer dual carriageway and feeder roads, 40-kilometer Obahu, Amankano, Neke, Ikem dual carriageway, and the reconstruction of 71 urban roads in Enugu capital city. At the premier layout road project awarded to IDC Construction Limited, where he carried out the symbolic flag off of the reconstruction of 71 urban roads. Mba assured that the urban roads will be simultaneously executed and delivered before the end of December. We are also providing the highest quality of roads. We are all making sure that the roads are well paved. You are not going to have open drainages so that you will have pedestrian paths well paved. You will have street lights and roads that will last us a long time, he stated. Meanwhile, the overjoyed communities will troop out with their leaders, including traditional rulers. Council chairman thanked the governor for the massive projects, promising to cooperate with both the government and the contractors to ensure speedy and hitch-free completion of the projects. Ebonyi Airport ready for air cargo operations, Aviation Commissioner. The Ebonyi State Commissioner for Aviation, Ngozi Obishuku, has disclosed that the state's airport is almost ready to commence air cargo operations. She made this disclosure during a visit of members of the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAAN, Avia Cargo Roadmap Committee to Ebonyi Airport. She noted that the administration's immediate goal is to establish cargo freight facilities, streamlining the export processes. However, speaking during the visit, Obichukwu said that currently we produce the highest number of granules, our rice, palm oil, yam, salt are the best globally. Ebonyi State is the food basket of Nigeria. Despite Ebonyi's exceptional agricultural output, the challenges lies in exporting these goods. The strategic location of this airport makes it easy to access Cross River, Abia, Enugu, Benue States, among others. Last May, the state's airport was inaugurated by President Muhammadu Buhari during the tenure of former Governor David Umahi, marking the beginning of flight operations. Flooding. Anambra seeks NEMA's assistance, please for consumables. Following the flooding and erosion that have wreaked havoc in Anambra State, Governor Chukwuma Soludo has called on the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, to come to the aid of those affected in the state in the next 48 hours. The governor said the natural disaster has led to the loss of lives, affected bridges, infrastructure, school calendar, healthcare delivery, economic hood of many. Represented by his deputy, Dr. Gilbert Ibezim, who made the plea in Abuja on Thursday when he visited the headquarters of NEMA. Soludo said out of the 21 local government areas of the state, 9 have been severely affected by the flood. He said that some of the camps that were used in the past to rehabilitate the affected persons will no longer be in use, adding that the state government has identified upper lands where evacuated persons will be hosted. A lot of dams are needed and should be encouraged. Also, the dredging of River Niger and Benue. The flood is here again, and we need your help in the provision of consumables, he said. In response, the Director General of NEMA, Mustafa Habib Ahmed, said states must admonish residents to desist from blocking drainages with waste, adding that such practice has been a major cause of the flooding. "104 students bag scholarship worth 100 million naira in Ebonyi. No fewer than 104 indigenous students from different parts of the country weekend benefited from the scholarship scheme powered by a non-governmental organization, Gideon and Joy Life and Leadership Foundation in the state. The students who were drawn from both categories expressed joy and happiness over the benevolence of their benefactor, even as they pledged to utilize the gesture for the betterment of the society. Speaking during the 2023 Scholarship Award ceremony, powered by the non-governmental organization at Amaeze community in Ivo local government area of Ebonyi State, the founder and initiator of the scholarship scheme, Dr. Gideon Chidebele Osi, who stated that quality education was the fastest solution to community development, insecurity, and poverty eradication, added that education was the only equalizer between the children of the rich and the poor. According to him, well, for us, we have been doing this for many years now. Education is what oxygen is to the body. These children were selected based on merit, irrespective of who they are. education has a way of reducing crime and criminality in the society. In his remarks, Governor Francis Ogbonna Nwifuru of Ebonyi State appreciated the founder of the non-governmental organization for initiating the scholarship scheme for indigent and vulnerable students in the society. Now we move over to the foreign scene. Israeli official slams Trump over his criticisms of Netanyahu. Israeli Communications Minister Shlomo Kahi slammed former President Donald Trump over his recent remarks praising terror group Hezbollah and criticizing Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Shameful that a man like that, a former U.S. president, abets propaganda and disseminates things that wound the spirit of Israel's fighters and its citizens. Kahi reportedly told Israel's Channel 13 on Thursday. Trump, 77, blamed Israeli and U.S. government officials Wednesday for a missile attack launched from Lebanon on Israel by Iranian-backed Hezbollah jihadis, accusing defense authorities of telegraphing the weaknesses of the Jewish state. Trump, the 2024 Republican presidential frontrunner, then claimed that Israeli defense officials made the same mistake. They have a national defense minister or somebody saying, I hope Hezbollah doesn't attack us from the north. So the following morning, they attacked, Trump said. The Hezbollah sortie came days after Hamas terrorists infiltrated southern Israel from the Gaza Strip. This is where we draw the curtain on news update on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. Flood sweeps teenager in Anambra. Mba flags off construction of new Enugu City, 40-kilometer dual carriageway, 71 urban roads. Ebonyi Airport ready for air cargo operations. Aviation Commissioner. Flooding. Anambra 6 NEMAS assistance pleads for consumables. 104 students bag scholarship worth 100 million naira in Ebonyi. Israeli official slams Trump over his criticism of Netanyahu. You just listened to news updates on Ebonade 103.5 FM News, produced and read by Martin Ifeanyi Ekezi. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
Listen to news updates on Ebonade 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated. News updates, live reports. Ebonade FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that people are hoping for a new Nigeria.
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/GistFM.
October, 4 Wednesdays in the month of October. Book Isiokwe Chimamanda. My God cannot fail. All garden abaliano, abalibinotu. Abalị iri na asatọ nakwa abalị iri abụọ na ise nke ọnwa Ọktoba afọ a, ọ ga na-abụ ekpere abalị ụbọchị ndị a niile. Ọ ga na-amalite n'elekere iri nke abalị wee ruo na chi ofufuo. Ebe ọ ga-adị bụ n'ogige ụlọ ekpere Tabernacle of Praise Adoration Ministry dị n'Ogidi Anikwu. Onye ga-anọ n'isi ihe omume a bụ Apostle Dr. John Oka JP. Maka ajụjụ kpọọ 0703 38-812-21 0703 38-812-21. Kedu ihe ndị ahụ na-eme gị ụra nga n'anya? Ahịa gị ọ na-abụ ọnụpa? Ndị iro ọ na-achụgharị gị? Bịa ka ịhụ ike nke Chineke n'ebe ọ pụrụ iche. Ọnwa Ọktoba ga-adịrịrị anyị na mma. Jizọs bụ eze.
To you at Ebonade 103.5 FM with Martin Ifeanyi Ekezi every Monday 3 o'clock p.m. to 4:30 p.m. and Saturday 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. It's all about the day-to-day activities in the Nigerian political space, views of political actors from various political parties on political process, views of labor leaders, and most importantly, your views. views of the common Nigerian. Tune in to Ebonade 103.5 FM or you join online via MixLR. FM every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a date. How best can we talk about the challenges we are having on our streets, our community, our society in general? Street report. If we do not address these challenges on Ebonade FM, who will? As the happenings around us get as complicated as they can be. Government. Whatever. Street report is here to make sense of it all. Street report is causing social change across your streets. In your community. Street report is here with hardcore journalism to get to the roots of our problem. Why don't you join me, Martin Ifanju, as our number the force every Friday, 4:30 p.m. 4/7. All day, every day. Who's bad? Hit it! The 103.5 FM.
So guys, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share, right? Thank you.